welcome back to a new, do I call this a vlog? I'm calling this a vlog. Sorry, I'm getting messages left, right and centre. Right, I'm back home, if you can't tell. If you've been following along, the last few weeks you'll know life's been hectic and I have had to kind of fit my training in here, there and everywhere and like shift sessions around and like adjust sessions and stuff like that. However, today is the 27th of July, a Monday, and I'm starting a new training block and I'm back at my gym at home, which if you guys also have been following me for a while, you know it's like my favourite gym. So all good news. So starting a new training block essentially today. However, I did have to do today's session yesterday. We'll get into that in a minute. And I forgot to film it on my camera, but I did film it all on my phone. We'll get into that in a minute. I just thought we'd start a little like series on my YouTube and I'd bring you guys along on my training block because I actually haven't done anything like this on my YouTube before. Obviously I've been doing like weekly vlogs like whilst being at uni and stuff and like filming my weekends, stuff like that for you guys. However, but I thought you guys love the training videos. Anytime I post a workout video, a training video, stuff like that, they always seem to do really well. So clearly you guys prefer those videos more than the vlogs. Obviously I'll still be doing the vlogs because I personally love doing the vlogs, but I just thought I'll give the people what they want. We'll bring some more workout videos and we'll do a training block series here on my YouTube because I have done it on my TikTok before and given like updates throughout my training block, but I just thought let's do a little bit of long form content and do it over here on my YouTube. So yeah, today's week 1 and I thought I'll bring you through week 1 of my training block and then I'll update you as the training block goes on and we can do some more weekly training videos and stuff together. So this vlog, week 1, we're going to go through the intentions, the plan, the everything like that for this training block and basically just set the foundations for you guys so you guys know what I'm doing. That's everything. Let's jump in before I start like going off on a million and one tangents because that's how my brain works. But anyway, if this is the first time you've clicked on one of my videos, thank you so much for being here. I literally just train basically so I can stay mentally sane. I'm also a fully qualified personal trainer, so I'd like to think I kind of know what I'm talking about a little bit and I'm not just giving unsolicited advice all the time. But that being said, this training is just what works for me, so take that with a pinch of salt. Everyone's program and everyone's training and stuff like that, nutrition and all of that sort of stuff does need to be personalised and tailored to you. However, I know you guys do like to see my training videos because they're the ones that do best. So yeah, anyway, let's jump in. I'm obviously not training for anything. I'm just training to like feel my best, like be happy in how I look and stuff like that. So it's not like I'm training with a specific goal in mind, especially now that like summer's kind of getting over, shall we say. And I've basically been on all my holidays. I do have a holiday coming up in September, October time, but I've been on like my summer holidays. I've had my graduation, stuff like that. Those are the things I really want to like look my best for this year. So those things have like been and gone now. So I don't really have anything majorly big coming up. So I can really feel like I can just like lock in and focus on building. So just a bit of a recap. The last like few months I've been at maintenance and like hit my training and stuff, and then I went into a mini cut phase for probably a couple weeks too long, I'm not gonna lie. So I did a mini cut for my holidays, my graduation, stuff like that, and I'm really, really proud of myself because I did feel really good like whilst I was away, and I was really happy with like the physique I'd got, like my mental state and everything like that. But last week, was it last week now? Yes, last week I went to the gym, so fatigued, so incredibly fatigued. So I basically took the week as a deload and I've upped my calories back up to maintenance again with the intention within this training block, which I'm going to be doing my little series with you guys for, we're going to be going into a little bulk. So I'm calling it a building phase because essentially I want to just build muscle and put some size back on, because being lean all year round just isn't sustainable really. So that being said, let's quickly run through. So training block, I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head how long this is going to last for. I think essentially what I'm going to do, because I can't find my notes anywhere, I probably should have come prepared. I'm going to do like 6 weeks of training. I have maybe like 3 days off and then train until my holiday and then have my holiday off, and they will be like my deloads. So because why is like September and October actually like not that far away now? So yeah, that's training wise. I'm going to be doing like 5 weight sessions a week, and then I also throw in like bits of cardio throughout the week and do 1 cardio and stretch day, which normally is a run. But I'm going to obviously take you guys through all of that. And nutrition wise, obviously I've touched on this a little bit, but currently I'm sat at a maintenance. I'm currently on about 2,350 calories is what I'm working my way back up towards. Obviously when I was in my car, I think I was on like 2,150, 2,200 or something. So I'm building my way back up to that, which obviously it's not a big jump, do you know what I mean? But just making sure I'm getting the right like whole foods and stuff like that. And then I'll go into a building phase after a few weeks is the plan. And I basically will adjust my calories depending on how my body's reacting to the maintenance calories I'm on now, and we can basically assess from there whether I need to up it a lot more or just a little bit more. So I can't tell you what sort of macros I'm going to be on for the building phase. We're going to kind of assess that as we go on. But yes, I am a silly girl and forgot to do a weigh-in this morning. I'm a silly girl and forgot to take a progress picture this morning, and now I've eaten breakfast, I've had having a coffee, had my tea and stuff like that. So I will do that tomorrow because I'm a silly girl. I literally put it on my to-do list this morning, like before I had breakfast, and did I? Like, no sane person should do that, and I'm finally getting there because I've waffled at you for so long now. Monday, glutes and quads. That is today. That is what I should be doing today. However, I had to do that session yesterday because I actually need to go and shoot some content today at the gym with the gym. So I actually did that yesterday so that I don't have to rush my session today. So I went and actually was very intentional yesterday and did a really, really good glutes and quads session, and it left me feeling so positive. So that being said, did I film it on my camera? Nope. Did I film it on my phone? Yeah. So what I'm going to do after this clip finishes, I'm going to put all that footage in, but unfortunately it's going to be vertical. Please don't hate me. I'm so sorry. I will voice over. I will put some text on screen for you guys, and hopefully that can supplement it. But glutes and quads on Monday. That's what I did yesterday though. And then tomorrow, Tuesday, we've got upper body day 1. So I'll bring you guys along for that. But I thought I'd just jump on, explain everything, waffle to you guys, just like word vomit my brain, and explain what's going on. But yeah, so yeah, come on my first week of my training block with me, and then I'm going to bring you guys along for the rest of the training block on my little training block series. So hope you guys enjoy this sort of content. If you don't, please let me know. But if you do, please also let me know, and let me know what sort of like things you want to see during this training block, and I'm going to try and get that done for you guys. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy, and don't forget to like, subscribe and all that good stuff. Thanks so much. Right, grab your cup of tea, coffee, whatever you want to do. Grab your meal prep out your fridge and just sit and enjoy. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Anyway, bye. See you. Hey besties, it's me in voiceover form, so I'm going to run you through my glute and quad day. I'm doing a voiceover because 1, I actually think this is easier, and 2, I fear I might get copyrighted if I film in the gym with a mic'd up vid because the music is just so loud in there. Such a great atmosphere, but I just think YouTube would probably ban all my videos. So anyway, start off every single leg day with a proper leg day warm up. If you're not warming up properly before your leg day, it's literally what are you doing? Obviously for me, I do this because just get the leg muscles warmed up, and 2, I want to open my hips and get all my hip mobility and everything done and dusted before my workout, because I'm someone who, I used to dance, so my hips are, they're probably about the equivalent of an 8-year-old woman. No shade to 8-year-old women out there, I just fear that like this would be what they were like. So for me, making sure I get all my hip mobility stuff done before is like a really big priority. So I start off with my leg swings, which I know I haven't included in this, and then I do some lunges to make sure that I'm really warming up my lower body, and then I do whatever you want to call these. To be honest, for all my leg day warm-ups, I have no names for any single movement I'm doing. I just call them like leg swings, knee moves, like whatever the hell this is, I don't know. But I just basically do whatever makes me feel like I'm warmed up and ready to go for my session. Okay, now moving into the session itself. Now let me just give you a little bit of a warning. I feel like this is quite a brutal session, so this might not work for everyone, but I just clearly choose pain at the moment with my training. So there's a lot of squat movements, so if you have problems with your knees and you can't do squats, I'm really sorry, but this workout's probably not going to be for you. But we start off with a squat variation. My gym has this machine, I'm not too sure on the name, but I absolutely love this machine. So I just do my squats on here. Never ever will I ever again do a barbell squat unless I absolutely have to. I honestly just prefer the machine so much more, and it really helps me focus on my mind muscle connection rather than everything else. So I do 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps, and what I'm really focusing on with all my movements at the moment is really controlling the movement itself. So I do think in my head of doing 2 seconds lowering and then 2 seconds lifting, and making sure to pause ever so slightly at the bottom. And for me, squats is one that you really need to make sure that you're getting your mobility up, which is why the warm-up is so important, and really think about keeping your core engaged throughout the whole movement, because this is really going to help you. And then next I do Bulgarian split squats, and I choose to do these on the Smith machine because I just get a little bit more stability when I do them on the Smith machine. It's honestly really down to personal preference. If you want to do them with the dumbbells, I used to do them with the dumbbells, but I just much prefer doing them on the Smith machine nowadays. But anyway, I do 3 sets on each leg, and I do 8 to 10 reps. One thing I will recommend, especially if you're trying to build your glutes, but also just for overall stability, is make sure to put at least 1 single leg exercise into each of your leg days. It just really helps train any muscle imbalances that you might have by training the legs separately. Okay, and then if your legs aren't screaming at you already by this point, we're going to move on to goblet squats, again on the Smith machine. You're going to want to elevate your heels with something. My gym has this little wedge thing to elevate your heels with, but I normally do this on a plate when I was at my other gym. And I do 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps, aiming for a higher rep range here, and that's mainly because of the lower weight. But let me tell you, you don't need a lot of weight for this for it to absolutely destroy your quads. What I will say is the quad growth that I've had since doing this exact workout has been incredible, so I will not be complaining. Okay, then next we're going to move into leg extension. Now, I used to have such a love-hate relationship with this exercise. I've honestly switched around with it so much, doing single leg variations, using the plate loaded machine instead of the pin loaded machine. Currently in the period where I'm loving the double leg extension on the pin loaded machine. And I don't know if it's just the quality of this machine rather than the machine at my old gym, but this one just feels so much better. But I do 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps for that as well. Okay, and then by this point we're nearly there, but we're going to do one of my favourite exercises next. These are side kickbacks on the cable machine, and I saw one of my friends post on her Instagram that she does this exercise, and it's been incredible for her glute growth. So I was like, do you know what, I'm going to have to put this in, and let me tell you, it's not disappointed. I started putting it in my last training block, and I absolutely love it. And I do 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps for this. What I love about this exercise, you can really get that mind muscle connection going, and you can really control the reps and make sure that you're feeling it in all the right places. And then last but not least, we have calf raises. This is just a quick one to add on at the end of your session. I do 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps and really focus on the stretch at the bottom of the movement. I just train my calves once a week, which is why I just chuck it in at the end of this session. But that, guys, is my current glutes and quad session of my training block. Good morning! It's a Tuesday. I thought it was a Wednesday today. It's actually a Tuesday. Tuesdays, sorry, you're on the same vlog right now, so sorry if the audio quality is pants, but I'm about to go drive, so I'm not getting the camera out. Tuesday, which means upper body day 1 day today. We've got a bit more, it's an all-round upper body, but there is a little bit more back focus stuff in there. We've got pull-ups, we've got rows, we've got, I think I've got shoulder press today, actually. I used to do shoulder press on a different day, but I'm going to start doing it today instead. But yeah, let's go to the gym. I'm so excited, and let's see what we get up to. Yesterday was a bit of a pants day. Obviously I would have done my leg session yesterday, but had a rest day and did an incline walk. I need to start getting my steps in a little bit more, because I'm not, because I'm obviously not in Manchester. In Manchester you should walk around everywhere, and now I'm obviously in the car, so I need to work on getting my steps up a little bit, and I'm going to try and go on a walk today at some point, but I just have so much to do in my days, I just forget that I need to go on a walk, so that's what I'm going to be making sure I do today. Anyway, I'm going to the gym now. Bye! I'm aware this vlog has been a bit of a shambles, so I've decided, I'm obviously still doing my training diary series, but I was a little bit optimistic thinking that in week 1 I was going to be able to show you my whole week of workouts, and that's just not sustainable for me to film all my workouts in the gym in 1 week. So I'm not doing that. And basically my thoughts and feelings are, my training block is 6 weeks long, and I have effectively six sessions in a week. Obviously one of them is just a run, so that's not really that interesting, but I thought each week I'm basically gonna do a weekly vlog of like my life post uni, my training updates, but each week I will show you one workout of my week in like a full workout, and I'll do a voiceover of it and stuff. So this week has been my glutes and quad session, and I know, and I'm so sorry that it's filmed vertically. You've seen that now anyway, but yeah, sorry it was filmed vertically, but I hope that was okay. I'm literally all over the place. I'm in week 2 currently of the training block, and this week I filmed my glutes, core and cardio workout for you guys. So that will be coming in the next vlog, so stay tuned for that one. So yeah, I just thought in each vlog for my Training Diaries episode, I will give you a new workout of my training split. And then the rest of it can just be updates and chatting to you about things and stuff like that. Sorry, I literally don't even know what to say. I feel like this is such a bad vlog. So I'm treating this little vlog, this one right here, sorry, I've got such stage fright. I'm going to treat it as a little intro vlog to the series, to the Training Diaries series, and just basically brain dump my thoughts and feelings on what I'm going to bring in the Training Diaries series. So yeah, I just thought it's a great way to do weekly vlogs. It's a great way to show you my training in a bit more of a together fashion, and you guys can see like what I kind of get up to in a training block, because that's how I tend to work. I tend to do 6 weeks and then take a deload, so I just thought I could bring you guys along for all of those 6 weeks, and you can see how I change with my training and also how I change like my everyday life, and you can then see a little bit behind the scenes of everything else that's going on in my life, aka unpacking and doing everything in my room. The reason that this vlog actually is such a shambles is because last week was my first proper week back home after moving back, and I was very optimistic to think I could vlog the whole week and deal with everything, like the mess that's in my room and everything at the moment. However, I have tackled it all, so I've done a little bit better this week at like staying on top of things and stuff like that. But yeah, week 1 of my training block was really good if I think back to it now. I hit all my sessions. I was getting used to like getting my calories back up, which has been so like nice. Being able to eat more food and stuff, so that's been good. And one main thing I actually was focusing on in week 1 of my training block was my warm-up routine, because obviously now I'm at home, I drive to the gym, and when I was in Manchester I'd walk to the gym for like 20 minutes, so I'd be like really like warmed up when I got there, and I could go straight into my like warm-up stretches and like my warm-up weights and stuff like that. However, like being home, I need to drive to the gym, and then I can't really just like jump straight into my session. So I've been basically working on getting my warm-up routine down. It's essentially, I get to the gym, I go on the treadmill for 10 minutes and do like a little incline walk for 10 minutes just to warm my body up really, and then I'll do my stretches, which you saw at the start of my Monday workout. I basically do those stretches for my lower body days, and then my upper body days I use a resistance band. You guys will see that in like the future vlogs. Basically been trying to get into the routine of like making sure I warm up properly, because obviously warming up is so important for, well, in my opinion anyway, it's so important for your sessions, because if you're not warming up properly and like warming up the muscles, opening your hips up, especially on like a leg day and stuff, obviously if you're not doing that properly it could lead to injury, and that when you're doing your weights. And to be honest, I just personally think that once your muscles are warm and you're like, you know, ready and raring to go, you just lift so much better in the gym, and your range of motion is better and everything like that. So I do think it's really important for your progress. But that's basically what I was focusing on in week 1. But yeah, I hope this is something that you guys were actually interested in watching. Let me know if there's anything in particular that you want to have me include in the videos, in the episodes and stuff. But yeah, I just thought as of right now, a good way to do it, and also a sustainable way for me, like I said, bring you along for a weekly vlog, and then also show you one workout in detail per week, and just share my thoughts and feelings and my journey on my training block this time. So anyway, right guys, thank you so much for watching. Sorry for how horrific it is. Please come back for next week's episode, because I promise and I hope, because I have no clue what I filmed this week, I hope it's better in the next one anyway. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching guys, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.